Hello, world history, and happy Monday. I hope you all are having an amazing start to your day, and I hope that you had an even better 3 day weekend. I know I really needed the time to catch up on sleep, get a lot of things done that I needed to get done. So I hope that that was an experience that all of you were able to share as well. So, today, we are going to be getting back into working on our amusement park, okay? Our amusement park idea or draft. We're obviously not creating a full amusement park. So, with that being said, with my time with you today over the video, I am going to review a lot of the same things that I reviewed on Friday. And I also want to address the due date and how we are going to go about approaching the due date throughout the rest of this week. So, with that being said, actually, before I share my screen to jump in on things, I already miss all of you. I am very excited to be back doing live teaching with all of you as soon as I can next week. So, with that being said, yeah, I miss you all. I will continue to post when I am hosting office hours. I will be hosting office hours tomorrow as well, Tuesday, the same time from 8 to 9. So if you have any further questions about this project, please come to my office hours tomorrow. All right, now I'm going to share my screen. We're going to jump into our little presentation for the day. We're talking about this ancient Chinese amusement park, right? Our daily objective is I can analyze the developments of the ancient Chinese dynasties by creating a themed amusement park. As our warm-up, as we're going to do on all Mondays, we're going to do Rose, Bud, Thorn. So please send a message to the entire class if you can, or if you need to, send a message to Teacher May Po if that makes you more comfortable. And message your Rose and your Bud and your Thorn for this week. What is going on that is good right now? What is something you are looking forward to? And what is something not so good going on right now? Please share your answers. Teacher May Po is going to go ahead and pause the video now. All right. Welcome back, everybody. I am going to be doing another quick review of our assignment. Again, something that I want to reiterate and emphasize. What is the point of doing this, Teacher Nolan? This is a whole lot of moving parts and random things to come up with. What is the point of doing this? And the main point of this little mini project, of this assignment, is to learn about ancient Chinese history. Okay, that is our main point. So if you feel overwhelmed by the amount of things to do, make sure to do a good job with the content knowledge. Okay, when I'm asking about the philosophies, right, and all that sort of stuff, make sure to do a good job with that section, because that is the most important takeaway for this project. Okay, now yeah, reviewing the idea of a pavilion, because I think that this was something that a lot of people were struggling with and had a lot of questions regarding. A pavilion is each unique section at an amusement park, right? And every pavilion is united by a theme. One theme for the big amusement park, and then one theme for the pavilion, right? So I want you to think about your experiences in an amusement park, okay? How are the parks separated into different sections, right? When you walk into an amusement park and you're walking around the different paths and there's roller coasters and games around you, and you follow that path, and then that path opens up into a big area, right? An area that has restaurants, an area that has games and arcades and rides, and all of those restaurants and arcades and games and rides, they all relate to one theme, okay? You're right? Each pavilion may have restaurants, arcade games, whatnot, right? So, if we take a look at this map of Disneyland Shanghai, right? Adventure Isle over here, pavilion, right? Everything is themed around the same thing. Tomorrowland up here at the top, pavilion. All of the rides and restaurants are built around the same theme. Fantasyland is, you guessed it, a pavilion. Now, I'm sure you can see a few other pavilions around here as well, because there are always multiple in a park. Our pavilions are going to be 5. They're going to be 5, right? So how should you think about your pavilions? Each pavilion that you are creating has a theme, and these themes are based on different periods of history in ancient China, these different dynasties or eras that we're looking at, right? So everything in each pavilion should relate to the theme, or in other words, the time period of that pavilion. So if we want to look at how this looks in practice, I will give you my example one more time of the Warring States era. Okay, so the Warring States Pavilion in Teacher Nolan's amusement park. I have created a restaurant that's called Battle Tested Dumplings, right, with delicious dumpling foods, but it is war themed, right? It's a buffet restaurant of tasty dumplings. I'm also creating an arcade game, Win the Mandate of Heaven, right? The winner of these challenging games wins the Mandate of Heaven and may rule China, like the many warring states. I've also created a roller coaster. This roller coaster is called Who Rules? So I want you to learn about the rise and fall of many small dynasties during the era, okay? And that is all happening in roller coaster form. So those are just examples, right? You can borrow these if you want. You can come up with your own. I'm sure that some of you can come up with more creative ideas than I can, right? So continuing on, as I also have to address the themes that I'm looking at, right? So what was the philosophy at the time? There was no ruling philosophy during the Warring States period because there were all of the different states, right? But this was the era when Confucianism and Taoism were created, so you could include that as well. Or if they were just at war for 200 years, you could make the argument that, hey, their overall philosophy is to go to war to solve their problems. That's a creative, acceptable answer. In terms of technology, there wasn't much cultural advancements going on at the time, but war technology was improved when bronze was switched with iron, right? And then in terms of style of government here, many small dynasties competed to rule China, right? Each one of these dynasties claimed the Mandate of Heaven, as you can see in this map over here. So there wasn't just one style of government, there were many. So I want to make one final point here, okay? I do not want this to be an assignment that you have to spend hours working on for homework, okay? That is not what I want. I want this to be an in-class assignment. So as of right now, the due date for this assignment is tomorrow at the end of class. That is Tuesday, tomorrow at the end of class, not at the end of class today. Now, when you complete your exit ticket, I ask you the question, will you finish by then? Okay? And so if the answer is no, do not freak out that the deadline will be tomorrow at the end of class. I only want you working on this in class. So don't spend any more than 30 minutes on this assignment for homework, okay? I want this to be an in-class assignment. So we will plan as of now for finishing this assignment on Tuesday, and we will see what happens then, okay? Alrighty. So that was a lot of me talking. I apologize for that, but these are all important things that we are talking about. So, world history, I want you to use your time productively today. I want you to use your time wisely. And I want you to create some stuff that's pretty cool. Because again, the reason that we're doing this in an amusement park form and not just another worksheet is because I want this assignment to be fun. So make sure to do your best with having some fun with this assignment. Thank you all for being here, everyone. Thank you all for doing your best. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.